We'll start with Ben.
Coach, just how would you evaluate the run game through 2 games?
Run game through 2 games. You know what? Unique. The first week against Ball State, we got really something that we anticipated but didn't truly prepare for in terms of a total drop 8 game. And I thought we ran the ball pretty well. We got a bunch of guys in. I think we played 5 running backs in that game and ran it pretty well, minus the turnover on the fumble. This last week, we knew exactly what kind of game it was going to be in terms of what Pitt is defensively, how they're built. You knew it was going to be tough sledding running the ball. We also knew that the quarterback run game was going to be our best run game in terms of being able to actually hat everybody up and forcibly run the ball. How they're built, how Pitt's built, and really, really sound, but they're going to force you to throw the football. So I think for what was presented, which is what we prepared for, I think we ran the ball okay. Again, we put a ball on the ground in short yardage. That's 2 weeks in a row. That's beyond disappointing and really in a lot of ways unacceptable. If I lose sleep about anything, it's that. We can't win games putting the ball on the ground like that and got away with one there, whether it was the football gods looking over us or maybe we're just that good of people that it turned out in our favor. But you can't put the ball on the ground in tight games like that. So I don't know if you're asking for a letter grade, but I think it's a work in progress. And I think it's a huge point of emphasis for us. I think the O-line's playing extremely well. We got some backs we're confident with, and we got to hang on to the football, and I think it'll just keep coming as the season goes here.
Ryan and Rob.
How would you assess Gerald Mincy's performance on Saturday, and would you say he's won that left tackle job?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think Mintz did a really good job. Pleasant surprise a little bit probably, just because you didn't really know. You knew he was just learning through spring. He was learning through fall camp. Really good in the pass pro part. He's naturally gifted. He's super athletic. He's really long. And I think he's really learned better than you could ever ask a first-year guy to do so. But really pleasantly surprised and honestly needed it to happen in terms of him or JJ or both being able to hold that down over there. So really, really proud of him. They're going to keep competing just like at every other spot. That's not a coach cliche answer either. How you practice is how you play. Those guys got to continue to practice their tails off. And through 2 weeks, he's done a really good job.
Coach, at wideout really shrunk things down as far as the rotation on Saturday. Is that ongoing? Is it still open? Is there still opportunity for seven guys to catch passes this week like they did in the open?
Yeah, I think in the same question. I think how guys practice again, and this is not a coach answer. I guess I am a coach, so it's me answering. But it's you're going to play the guys at the current moment situationally that give you the best opportunity to win. That's our job. That game was so unique in how we knew we would get defended. You knew that you were going to have to go win the game on the outside. There wasn't going to be a whole lot in there in terms of running the football down to down. For 8 years, Pitt has not been able – people have not been able to line up and run the football on them. And so for us, and our best chance to win was going to be on the outside in a lot of ways. We didn't hit them all, and we left some out there. I think those guys that left them out there are severely disappointed with leaving them out there. I think they've also moved on and learned from it. And we got a long season with some really good defenses here ahead of us. I absolutely hope that more guys can play. But at the end of the day, I don't think any of us are going to apologize for playing the situationally the guys that we thought were going to win us the football game.
Vince, then Patrick.
Alex, Cedric Tillman afterwards kind of joked, hey, with his touchdown in overtime, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. Do you like that kind of, and he said he was joking, but do you like that kind of swagger and presence that seemingly your players have with the confidence and what you guys are doing offensively?
Absolutely. I think they should have a swagger, and they should have a confidence. You earn the right to be confident. I think Cedric continues week to week to prepare like that, and he has earned the right to be confident. There's a bunch of guys in that room that have earned the right to be confident. I don't necessarily want us to be arrogant about it, but there's a standard from the day we got here and to the day that we met back when the guys got back at the end of January. We got off the road February 8th, I think we met, and the standard here is to be the best offense in the country. But we can say it or we can work like it, and there's a handful of guys that have worked like it. There's a bunch of guys that are learning to work like it. Us as coaches, that's our standard to ourselves and to the players and to this program and to this place, that our standard is to be the best offense in the country. We fall short, we continue to work. We fall short, we continue to work. We have a great game, we continue to work. So for Cedric to say that, jokingly or not, shoot, I hope they believe that they're the best at their position in the entire country. We need them to believe that. He's certainly really, really good, and you could make an argument that he is the best in the country. For us, it's important that all of those guys continue to get better. And big time players do make big time plays in big time games. And so he certainly did there. So did Hendon. So did the 5 guys that were blocking their tails off. And so was the guy right next to him. And so did the running back that picked up the protection. And so did the coaches that helped prepare him. So, again, I'm totally open to answering questions about that game. I think it was a really good testament to our guys just continuing to plug, because it didn't start well, but it ended on the right side of it. So for us, we harped on it Sunday, Monday. We drilled home what was bad. We drilled home what was good. And we reiterated our standard, as we do every week, that we're going to work our tails off to be the best offense in the country. We got to take care of the football, and we got to be better in situational football. All things we were not good at, and it panned out at the end. So, again, credit the football gods, or just the fact that we're just really good people.
Patrick and Rick in the back.
Alex, you talk about being disappointed in putting the ball on the ground with Jalen having won in each game. Do you attribute that to what he went through in camp, or is it just as simple as got hold on football better?
Yeah, I think it's the way we practice and continue to reiterate it and continue to harp on it, and pointing out when there could potentially be ball security issues, and continue to harp on it. But I'm sure it probably didn't help that he was out most of fall camp. But I believe in Jalen. We believe in Jalen. He was running his tail off at that point. Again, it can't happen. It does happen. It's not acceptable. We got to continue to coach it. And Jalen is a great player, and Jalen will continue to be a great player as he grows and he understands the importance in those situations of putting 2 hands on it, securing it, squeezing the heck out of it.
Rick?
Hey, Coach, obviously you want to get in the red zone, you want to score touchdowns, but how important is it to have confidence in a guy like Chase that can get you 3 points when you need it?
Yeah, it's been awesome. That kid's played a ton of football. He's super confident. Big credit goes to him for hitting there at the end. We've always had confidence in Chase. He made a ton of big-time kicks at the previous place he was at. He's phenomenal. His mindset's awesome. From high school to playing at USC, he's played in some big-time games, and I know our guys believe in him. He believes in himself. He's phenomenal.
Time for 2 more, West and Brent.
I wonder what, last season, I'm sure y'all never took it for granted, but you're able to start just about every game really fast and really well. And for a start to go the way that it did, on the road against a good team, is there anything you say to your guys in that case, or what's going through your head thinking like, oh no, this is unusual?
Yeah, the only thing going through my head is the next drive, and how do we get the next drive started. When we get a drive going and pick up the first down, we're generally in a good spot. Those 2 drives, along with a handful in the third quarter, were all execution. In terms of just not executing, they weren't missed assignments. They weren't guys running free and hitting the quarterback. It wasn't anything catastrophic. It was simply execution. And that comes down to practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the preparation going into that game on Saturday. And I know a year ago how it was. This is not a year ago. This is this year with a different group of guys, and it didn't start that way, but purely execution. And as you would guess, the first thing we looked at Saturday or Monday morning when we met as a unit is the execution. Why not? And there's a myriad of different reasons, but that execution part, you earn the right to be confident. You earn the right to start fast by the way you prepare Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We did not do that. And again, credit to our players and really 100% our players to continue to wipe it off and just play the next play. And I'm sure Hendon, or if you talk to the players after the game, they'll tell you that's all we ever talk about is play the next play, play the next play, play the next play. And give them a ton of credit. They played the next play over and over again because it was the same situation in the third quarter. We just could not execute to get it going. And again, credit to the kids. They did a phenomenal job of just bouncing back. We as coaches can't overreact to it either, and we didn't. And those guys on the sideline did a great job.
Really quickly, Brent.
Yeah, Coach, I agree, mate. How much were you handcuffed from a play calling standpoint because you didn't win early downs and second down quickly? Brew McCoy, what do you like having him? How much do you see his role growing?
Yeah, tough. When you're in second and long, that was the biggest thing you talk about going into the game is you don't want to be in second and long, forcing yourself to be in third and long. Like those guys on third and long are dangerous. And it was that way a year ago. You didn't want to be stuck in third and long. So you were just trying to find a way to get into third and manageable when you couldn't get anything on first down. Once we got that going, the third, the fourth drive, and really the fourth, fifth, and sixth drive where we scored touchdowns on all three, it was picked up the first down and got going. So it was because you were trying to stay out of third down with a dead ball and them get all their pass rushers in, and then it becomes what you don't want it to become. I guess, yes, you felt a little bit handcuffed in that regard, just because you couldn't get it started. Again, credit to our kids for bouncing back and going on drive 4, 5, 6 and scoring and getting us back into the football game. Credit the defense for getting us the ball back on all three of those drives. Those guys played their absolute tails off. Brew McCoy, week one, got a little taste of it, felt like, man, oh man, with the ball in his hands, he's really powerful, really dynamic. Last week he showed he'd go track a ball and go get it. He's practiced that way. He's been similar to Mincy, I think probably with more videotape evidence coming in, he's been a really, really pleasant surprise. But to his credit, he works like that. Like that kid is a complete 100% worker. It's all about how he comes in, his mindset, his attitude, his effort. He is a worker, and he pulls others with him. He's been an incredible addition for us. I couldn't be more proud of him, and for him to really appreciate the opportunity to be here. He's one of the kids that's beyond grateful to be here, beyond grateful for this opportunity. He's having so much fun, and man, we're lucky to have him here.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.